Hey, it's Glenn again. Welcome to the Underground. Now, although it is sometimes a prison, or at least can feel that way, the Underground is closed right now. That's why it looks like this. So, I'm going to show you a few of the things that you might do here. Now, the Underground shifts usually run in the morning, so this is great for anyone who, let's say, is a morning person, or has a lot of afternoon classes. Now, notice, remember, I'm in proper uniform, again, and I'm also going to try and show up early, okay? Remember, that's very important. Earlier is better. And if I can't make it, I'm going to try and get a sub by emailing ugus, @dickinson.edu. Remember, earlier, better. So through here is where you'll actually do your work. You've got your time clock right here, which is where you'll clock in and out. Again, remember, it's closed right now, and I just need to tell you, there might be some changes coming next year, so some of this might not be here, some things might look different, but again, the jobs won't change very much, and if they do, just ask. So, a lot of what you do here is going to be either restocking, that is, let's say putting fresh mugs out, or you're going to be basically a barista, making a lot of different coffees. So I'm going to show you how to make some coffee right now. What you'll do is you'll come over here, and you'll get one of these. This is just one of the regular butlers. So this one is hot water. A lot of other ones are over here. This one's already taken apart for you. Okay? This doohickey goes right in here. I like to leave it there. So these are your coffee machines. You get your filters and your actual coffee in this cabinet down here. So, grab a filter. These are like Mondo filters. Stick it right in here. And then grab your coffee. Notice that there's a scoop measure here. Now it's 3 scoops for regular coffee and 2 scoops if you're making decaf. So 3 scoops in here. There are different brands of coffee, like the John Dickinson versus like the Old West. Just look on the labels. Take this and slide it in here. Make sure you get both sides in so it actually locks in place. Put the butler right in there and hit start. And then you're done. Okay, so now that you've made your coffee, I'm going to show you how you put this back together. Take this, put it back down, and then this will latch closed. This is the part, this is how you would open it and close it. If you're ever stuck, check the back. There's sometimes a lock switch. You just want to be aware of that. So, I'm going to show you how to make a couple of different types of espresso. Specifically a cappuccino and a latte. Because once you learn how to make espresso and you learn the differences, everything else kind of builds on top of that. So, for example, a mocha is just a latte with a little bit of chocolate in it. So, with these two, you really cover basically everything. Now, this machine works largely automatically. So, what you do is you twist this part here. And you're going to fill this up with espresso. The espresso is over here. What you'll do is you'll put this part down here, and you pull this lever once. If someone wants a double espresso, you could pull it again. Pack it down nicely like this. Now, the machine works automatically, so as soon as I twist this back in place, I'm going to have to move a little quickly to make sure that everything is in order. You'll notice these don't quite fit properly, so just put it in at an angle. like so. And now you see it starts going. So that's how you would make an espresso. Now, if I wanted to make a latte, I would need to heat up the milk. You'll use one of these metal containers here. And you'll grab either your milk or let's say your half and half. Some people like skim milk, some people like whole milk. It varies. If you come over here and look closely, you'll notice that there's this part here, which is kind of where the spout is. You'll want to fill up almost there, or maybe just a tiny bit more, but really not much. So you see, it's almost half. Now, if you're doing a latte, you want to use this thermometer here, and you want the temperature to get to 160 degrees, which you'll see, it'll actually go very quickly. You put the steamer arm nice down in there, put the thermometer in, and then you press this lever down. It'll lock in place, and it'll steam. You'll see, this will move really fast. As soon as that dial gets into that purple area, that's when you want to shut this off. So around now. Because you see, the milk will continue to heat. Remember, try and keep everything clean. And voila, latte. Now I'm going to show you how to make a cappuccino. So you've already made your espresso, and the only difference is instead of steaming the milk, you're going to foam it. Now there's a trick to this. Take the arm and insert it, but keep it kind of close to the center. And keep it close to the edge and kind of near the top. Now, the milk is going to increase in volume, and as it does that, you're going to want to keep moving the steamer closer to the surface. See the bubbles? And now you have foamed milk. Now, when you pour it in, you'll notice a difference. If you're artistic, I'm not artistic, you can even make designs with this. I've seen things like butterflies and faces. I mean, it gets pretty crazy. I can't do any of that. Now, make sure always when you finish whatever drink it is, whenever it's warm, you put one of these, I believe they're called coffee collars, on. So that way nobody burns themselves. You can get anything, whether it be cups or collars here, or over here near the front. And then if you ever need to restock them, they're going to be over here, down in this area. And then any of your other supplies are going to be in these cabinets. So now you know basically how to make any kind of variation of drink. So for example, if somebody asked for chai, you would measure out chai mixture, which is in one of the drawers over there. And I believe it is steamed milk. So now that you know how to do these two, you've got the building blocks for everything else. If you're ever unclear on a recipe, ask your coworkers. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been at the time, oh, I didn't know how to make this. They'll help you out. They'll show you. Okay? It's a really good idea to keep everything as clean as possible. So whenever you're in between orders, you know, take your rag, wipe things up. If you need to clean the steam arm, for example, maybe just run it for a couple of seconds, something like that. I really like doing that. That's a lot of fun. And then make sure to empty out the espresso grounds in between. You kind of got to get it on the edge. It's really annoying. And then make sure to wash this out. You know, you just want it to be clean. Think of it like you're making coffee at home. So remember, this is going to run water through it automatically, which is a nice feature. if we can get it in there. And voila. So, let's say you need to do some restocking. I'm going to show you, there are two different locations you need to be concerned. The first one is for room temperature stuff. So it's this way. Out the door. A lot of times when you're doing restocking, you'll usually have a cart. I don't know where mine is right now, so we're just going to ignore that for now. But if you can't carry it with two hands, obviously you'll want to bring a cart along. In here, through this door, is where anything dry is going to be. So this is where, for example, cereals or fresh cups are going to be. There's a little maintenance going on right now, so I'm not going to actually go in there. But this is where you would come for basically anything that's not refrigerated. Now, the refrigerated unit is very far away. It's down this way. I don't know why it was put all the way down at the other end of the hallway. Go figure. The very, very, very empty hallway. Usually there are lots more people coming and going through here. There are always rumors that, you know, freshmen get lost down here and then we find them decades later. I don't know. I don't think there are that many secret passageways. Actually, if you ever need to come to one of the storage units, you'll be given a key by your supervisor. It's a little loud in here, so I'm gonna have to shout. Way around here, and this is the refrigerated unit. Now, notice the way that the lock is here. When you put the lock back in place, try and put it this way. It's just a lot easier to open up. And in we go. So this is where you'd come, let's say, and get like some cream cheeses or juice, anything that needs to be refrigerated. Unfortunately, we do not get to handle the wine. That's for the supervisors who are trusted. So that's all you need to know. So that's really all there is to it. Just, you know, making a drink and then doing some restocking. So remember, show up early, be in your right uniform, and if you're ever unclear on something, just ask, okay? So now, I'm gonna enjoy my biscotti and cappuccino. See you next time.